Standard 7. This is the second chapter we are going to begin, that is about the motion. Rest and motion are the terms related to each other. An object is said to be in the state of rest if it does not change its position with respect to surroundings with time. For example, trees, houses, buildings. We can take there any other example, shops. These are in the position of rest because their position does not change with respect to their surroundings. An object is said to be in the state of motion if the position is changing there with respect to the surrounding and also with the time. For example, moving cars, then flying birds are in the motion. As they keep on changing their position with respect to some stationary points in their surroundings with the passage of time. Rest and motion are related terms. To understand the rest and motion there, we are just going to relate the terms there. Take the example of a person sitting near the window of a moving car and the driver is driving the car. When the driver is driving the car, the trees will appear to be moving backwards when the person sees outside there, but to a person just standing on the roadside, they will appear stationary. It is found that the driving car driver sitting next to the person is at rest while both of them will seem to be in the motion to the person standing outside. Therefore, an object may appear at rest with respect to some objects and may appear in motion with respect to others. This means that rest and motion are the related terms. Now, let us see how many types of motions are there. Different types undergo different types of motion, and the objects that is going under different types of motion, they can be categorized as translatory, rotatory, oscillatory, vibratory, periodic, non-periodic, multiple, random motion. In this part we are going to just discuss about first 4 types of motion. That is translatory motion. A body is said to be in the linear or translatory motion there if it moves in a line in such a way that its every part moves through the same distance at same interval of time. And there are 2 types of translatory motion, that is rectilinear motion and curvilinear motion. Now the rectilinear motion, if a body moves along a straight line, its motion is called rectilinear motion. Some examples are there: the battalion moving, they are on a parade, an apple falling from the tree are the examples of the rectilinear motion because the body moves along a straight line. Curvilinear motion, on the other side, the object is said to be in the curvilinear motion if it moves along the curved or circular path. Some examples of curvilinear motion are the motion of the bus or the train along the curved track. Second type, that is the circular motion. An object is said to be in the circular motion or circulatory motion if it moves around the fixed point in a circular path. It is special type of curvilinear motion in which the distance of the moving object from a fixed point remains constant. Some examples of circular motion are the child sitting on the merry-go-round and the motion of the moon around the earth. Third type of motion, that is rotatory motion. If a body moves or spins about the fixed axis without changing the radius of its motion, it is said to be in the rotatory motion. Some examples are the moving fan, spinning top, giant wheel, etc. It is important to understand the difference between the rotatory and the circulatory motion. There, the rotatory motion, different parts of the rotating body move through the different distances during the same time interval. But here, the part near the axis moves a lesser distance than the part away from the axis in the rotatory motion. Fourth type of motion, oscillatory motion. Oscillatory motion can be best explained with the help of the motion of the pendulum clock on the wall. When a body as a whole moves back and forth, that is called to and fro motion, about its mean position. Mean position means its rest position. The motion is described as oscillatory motion. Other examples are given: the motion of the swing or on the stone tied on the string. Now to explain the oscillatory motion, we take the case of the simple pendulum. The arrangement that consists of a small heavy mass, which is called a bob, suspended by a light and flexible string from the rigid support, is called the simple pendulum. You can see the diagram given. When the pendulum bomb starts to move from O position to A position and then A to B and back to O, it completes one oscillation. One oscillation of the simple pendulum is defined as one complete to and fro motion about its mean position, and the time taken by the simple pendulum to complete one oscillation is called its time period. It is denoted by T, capital T, and its SI unit is second, which is the SI unit of time. The time period for completing one oscillation is same or constant, and the motion of the simple pendulum is periodic in nature. In the next class, we are going to discuss about another 4 types of motion, like periodic, non-periodic, multiple, random, and all these types of motion. Before that, you have to copy down these notes so that you can well understand about all the 4 types of motion explained here.